Hello, friend. Hello, friend. That's lame. Maybe I should give you a name.
He is the one.
And welcome back to 369 Crypto, where we explore the secrets of crypto and the universe together. I'm Andre. I'm just over here kind of flabbergasted, if that's even people use that word anymore, at the Hex price. As you can see, we're looking at the daily chart here. We don't, I'm not a good chart analyzer, but that seems to be a massive pump. Wonder why? I don't know. Hey guys, it's 11:11. By the way, if you're not subscribed to the channel, you can subscribe here. And when you do so, there'll be a little pop-up. You can click the notification bell and that'll let you know when there's new videos coming out from this channel and me. Also, there's playlists over here that you can peruse at your leisure. And Hex coin here, DeFi, yield farming, lots of different stuff, Hexy, and also data report, don't forget. But yeah, and if you have time to like the video, if you do like it, that'd be nice. Leave a comment, let me know how you're doing. I'll try to get back to you. Happy 11/11, everybody. That was sponsored by 369 Crypto.
Nice.
Anywho, like I was saying, Hex is pumping. Why is it pumping, Andre? Well, let me tell you, there's a big payday coming out. That's right. It's the launch phase for Hex coin, Hex crypto, which is a blockchain certificate of deposit, basically a time lock staking platform, currency, well, crypto, it rides on top of Ethereum. And I'm just looking at this chart over here, daily payout per T share, which is 1 trillion shares. The shares are what you get when you lock your Hex up in a time lock. For a certain amount of time you get shares, the Hex gets burnt when you stake it, and then you receive shares, and those shares gets paid out in this fashion here. And as you can see, this chart is going up as well. And see these massive spikes here? Let me scroll down a little bit so you can see numbers right there. Okay, so as we're going through, we see these big spikes like that, right? I'm just going to zoom in. Hey, there. Awesome. So these big spikes, 6 over here, 5.7, and it's usually around 4, but it's rising. These are from emergency unstake penalties and other penalties, and you see they're just kind of hitting a lot more often now. There's a big one right there. 12.89 Hex per T share. That's what you earn when you stake your Hex. But what's really going on, we're on day 336 of 351. So that is today. And then after day 351, the adoption amplifier, where you can transform Ethereum into Hex, ends. And that's the end of the launch phase for Hex. And at that time, anybody staking that day will receive a portion of this payday amount here, 183.840 billion Hex. Well, is that a lot of money? I don't know. Let's go over to hex.info. From the all-time low to now, it's percent. Okay, so 230.45x. Oh, I could just read this. 231.46x from the all-time low, which is January 5th, 2020, till now in USD. It's up 126.24x versus Bitcoin and 79.17x versus Ethereum. That's a lot of gains. So let's just put in some numbers in here. 183.84 billion is 0.0000000. What is that? I just go to hex.com. They always got great numbers over there. If you want to know more about Hex and get to this page right here, there's a link in the description for Hex, and that is 2.459 Yeah, around there. $2.459 billion to be given away at a big payday bonus for stakers 16 days from now, or roughly 17 days from now. So on this page from the, you can go link in the description, by the way, you can transform your ETH into Hex at go.hex.com. Make sure you install MetaMask first. And if you're not familiar with that, I'll put a pop-up somewhere up here, maybe down here, for crypto guides, and also Hex coin, how to, a lot of videos instructional like that. But through this transformation lobby, adoption amplifier, basically this is a launch phase where you can transform Ethereum into Hex. You can also free claim. At this point, you're not going to get a whole lot, honestly. If you had held private keys on the date of the snapshot, which was around December of 19, you can paste your Bitcoin address here. But what a lot of folks are doing is using the adoption amplifier like I am, and you can put in a certain amount of Ethereum, and from the 510.474 million hexes available in this one, 11,444 ETH in there. I'm going to enter. That seems like good luck. I usually go with 0.11, but I'm going to go with 0.155. A little extra, kind of my form of dollar cost averaging, I guess. But at this point, it's, the price is so high that it's not going to get a whole lot. For instance, you know, down here when the AUC dollar cost averaging, you know, a little bit over time, and as time goes, you're not FOMOing all in the first day, because on the first day, way down here, there's 21,000 ETH in the adoption amplifier, and you get 47,000. And then people that FOMO the first day were really disappointed because people like me and my other wallet started coming in over here. But anyway, enough about me. My transaction's been confirmed for the adoption amplifier. So we're going to see what we've got going on all the way up to the top. Yeah. So that will show up right there. And then you can also exit. So for instance, I put 0.155, basically the same amount I put in today, a couple of days ago, and that yielded 30,000.723 hex per ETH, giving my portion 6,000. So I'm going to exit from that, which will mint my freshly brand new, right out of the blockchain, Hex. You're doing all the work here, kids. And in 17 days, this goes away. So you won't be able to do this anymore. You have to buy it on Uniswap or some other exchange to get your Hex. This is the launch phase. Big Payday is snapshot for the Big Payday is, I believe, the end of day 351. And then I'm also going to exit this one while we're here, while we're spending gas, and it's relatively cheap. Confirm that transaction, and that will mint my tokens from these adoption AA lobby entrances. And then I've got 0.155 going in tomorrow. So if it's like yesterday, it's not going to be that great. As you can see, I was going in with 0.11, getting a lot more. But hey, you know, the price could go down. It's crypto, and everything could go down. But I tell you, the share price, though, if you go to the staking platform here, or the staking tab on Hex, the share price is constantly going up. I'm just saying, the share price always goes up. It will always be more expensive tomorrow. Oh, my 2 transactions went through. Sweet. It'll always be more expensive tomorrow than today to stake your Hex. Okay? That's just the nature of the system. So everybody that comes out and produces profit from unstaking makes this price go up, so that they cannot compound their Hex and make more by double staking. So any, you know, it's built into the algorithm. Link in the description to a playlist. You can check out Hex playlist on your own. What I'm also going to talk about today is Axion. It's coming up in 3 hours and 40 minutes from now. Axion, there's an airdrop for Hex Holders. It's basically a staking platform that used to be called Hex2T. I think that I don't know what happened, but they had to change it over. It could have been copyright or got some paper, I'm not sure. But anyone holding Hex2T, or hey, anyone holding Hex gets a free claim for Hex holders and stakers. And the snapshot was May 28th of 2020. So if you're holding or staking Hex on the snapshot on May 28th, 2020, you will receive a free claim for Hex. And it's also a one-to-one conversion for Hex 2T holders. So it's new blockchain, new token. They've got audits on this one. I believe 2 audits so far. Got a white paper over here. You can check that out. I'll put a link for that in the description. And then also audits from Hacken and audits. Well, this one was from Certic. So you can check that out on your own. And then also security when they're in the AXION.network. I'm not promoting AXION, I'm just throwing it out there, but I do have a way to find out, you know, if you want to check this out before it launches, because if you're a Hex holder and you are staking, you probably have access to this free claim. Now, week run, it gets less over time. So week run, the free claim is 100%. Week 50, the free claim is 2%. So decreases 2% weekly, all right? So Hex holders will be auto-locked for a year. More details can be found in the white paper. It's white too, how nice. If Hex holders do not claim their AXION tokens, they'll become available for purchase in the daily auction. So as these decrease, this goes into the auction lobby, and then that's that. Well, that's that, and then this is kind of a snapshot of how that's going to work, converting Hex 2T to AXION, and then they also be the claim button up top. Just hit that. It's not launched yet, so I can't show you the actual thing. So this is a link on a page for AXION.network for the Certic and the Hacken audits. 500 billion initial total supply. 80% of the ETH is used to buy back tokens. And so where does the ETH go? Well, 80% goes to buybacks. 100% of all purchased tokens are then distributed to stakers. So it pays out its own token that way, and also drives price up, I guess. Price go up, I guess, is the no guarantees, no financial advice here, never. For Hex 2T holders, there is no auto stake, but 100% auto stake for Hex holders. So how do you buy and sell AXION? Uniswap, Discord, and Telegram, and then these links down below. I'll also leave a link for how to find out how much you're going to get before you get there. So this is a link to the Ropsten test network. So it's an Etherscan, but it's the Ropsten. If you go in your MetaMask, I'm not going to open mine up, but if you go in there, you can switch over. But you don't have to for this function, okay? So if you go over here, so the link is to the Ropsten. It's not going to steal your tokens. Just you don't have to switch over to Ropsten network. You can do this online. Go click on holders, okay? And that will show everybody that's holders. I wonder if 660 is in here. There he is, right there. So if you copy that address, for instance, and you wanted to search, see this little magnifying glass here? Click on that and then paste the address for the token or for the wallet that you want to find out how much your airdrop is going to be. So this is the Hex AXION snapshot. So this person, the 66D wallet here, gets, what is that? How many? Oh my, 1, 2, all these big numbers, crazy. 5.507 billion, that's billion, Hex 2T, I mean AXION. So that's 66D, but if you wanted to, you know, paste your wallet address, just click out of that, or you could scroll through if you're a big whale, just click on holders, and then you can click on the magnifying glass and then paste your wallet address in there, and that will show how much AXION you will be getting for the airdrop. And after, what is it, after 1 week, you'll start to lose, it will start to deflate. So at week 50, it's only 2%. So free claim, auto staked for a year. And then if you wanted to buy it, you can get it on Uniswap. I just switched some ETH over, but Right now it's Hex 2T. I bought some with some Uniswap earlier, so that's the token that you're going to go over here and then where is it? Yeah, convert. And then there's no auto stake on conversions, but I think there's a 14-day on the auction. So I'll put a link in the description for that, but also I want to talk about emergency end staking too. So when you're staking your Hex, some people aren't staked till big payday or staked too short, and they think that they, you know, for instance, this one is going to 2025, has 3.74 T shares, and it's brand new, so it's only 1.165%. So if I clicked on emergency end stake here, the red button is red for a reason, kids, and this whole thing's red for a reason. If I end staked right now, it would completely blow up, nuke my entire balance because I'm only 1.165% into the stake. It would kill the principal. There'd be no interest. I would earn no interest, and it would kill everything. So I'm going to cancel that for sure. But if you're closer to halfway or past halfway, it will only affect. If you're past halfway, it'll only tag your interest. And then as you're closer to 100%, then it tags, you know, the penalty is less. So why am I saying that? Well, because over here on Hex Max, which is where I'm doing a lot of my staking because I get paid daily for holding my Hex over here, actually converting it to Hex 4, and then I stake the Hex 4, and then, you know, it's just, it rides on top of Hex. So Hex rides on top of ETH, Hex Max rides on top of Hex. So anyway, click on progress over here and look at this one, ends on day 352. So if I go back to this one, 351 is big payday. So this one's not eligible for big payday bonus. And you see there's no bonus for big payday. I do at 11.9 T shares. Already earned 7,518 current value. So those two together, but no big payday bonus. So I'm past 90% on this one. So I'm thinking I'd like to take that Hex now that Hex is like almost 2.5 cents a piece. Maybe I want to stake that out longer. And like I was doing some math here. So it's 111.1. Get it out that far till, you know, 2023. That will give me 16.149 T shares at the current price, which is more than what I paid for it earlier. But that being said, I don't have eligibility for big payday. So if you look at the big payday bonus on that, that's 287,000 Hex and APY 5,552 for, you know, just like 3 years. 11, you know, I'm just throwing some numbers in there, but this isn't financial advice either. But if you want to stake longer for more shares before big payday, that might be a good time to discuss in your mind with yourself if it's good time to emergency end stake. And I've discussed it enough with myself and you that I'm going to do it. So 91.579 of penalty will be incurred. I'm past 50%, so it's only going to affect the 7,518 that I've earned so far. So hit that end stake button, and it's probably going to be kind of expensive because over on Hex Max, link is in the description. Over on Hex Max, it's 2 blockchains. So you're going to do the Hex 4 end stake, and then the Hex actually stakes it on the original staking mechanism. It just goes through 2 token transactions. So it's about $7, which is expensive, but that's okay. Let me see if I can tweak it down a little bit. Maybe not that bad. I'll try that. Anyway, so I'm going to end stake that, and if the transaction doesn't go through, it might not, but it's relatively cheap, and Ethereum's kind of quick today, so hopefully it goes through. But we'll see that 118,629 is what I was supposed to get, and we'll see what the penalties are. So And then what I'm going to do is come over here and stake it and get 16.149 T shares as opposed to 11.9 for the same amount. And hopefully I get maybe 6,700 or maybe 7,000 hex for that stake, which was only like 90 days. So, and then this one is almost the same length here with 12 T shares, but enjoying a 212,000 big payday bonus and kind of the same amount of hex. So, but that's day 354. This is day 352. So there is a day in between the the ending of the adoption amplifier is day 351. So that whole day plus those people that are staked day 352, which is actually big payday, but you have to be staked that day to be recognized for big payday. And then computers don't recognize 0. It has to be either 1. I'm not sure how that works, but plus minus 1 error or something like that. I'm not sure. I'm not a programmer, but so you actually get the big payday bonus on day 354. So mental note, check your stakes. Make sure that you're enjoying as much big payday bonus as possible. And that is financial advice, because Hex is trustless interest. And you can quote me on that. So link in the description for hex.com. And when you get to hex.com, you just scroll down here, make sure you have MetaMask installed. You can click transform here if you would like to enjoy 10% more. Use the link below. And then you can also use some of these widgets to buy with fiat, but not really in the United States, but hey. So a lot of great information there. And that will take you to this gohex.com area, and you can enter here, or you can claim or stake. And that's all I've got for you. Oh, hey, by the way, we're getting close over here on Hexy. Hexy.bet, you can still transform Hexy, Hex, or Ethereum into HXB, and that is the main token, utility token for the casino that's coming out with DICE, which is in community testing now. So, but you can lock it up here and earn interest, 369 day interest on 369 lock, gets you max dividends from the dividend pool. When you do transform here, HXY or ETH or Hex to HXB, half of it is going to be auto locked. And if you're using a referral, then your 10% is going to be auto locked for until max supply is reached. But you can also lock it up for 369 days and enjoy 40% of the dividend pool here. So just saying, casino's coming up soon, and that's all the time I have over here. And I think my transactions have not gone through yet, but so yeah, that's Hex. And then if you want to also leave a link to hexinfo.io, which is great stats on what's going on with Hex, and it's pretty crazy. Yeah, it's fun. Thanks for watching and listening, everybody, and all this namaste.
What is this Hex, you might ask? Hex is a cryptocurrency, albeit a very different type of cryptocurrency. You see, instead of simply spending or trading this cryptocurrency, Hex lets you lock up your money and gain interest on it. We already do this through our banks. It is what the banking industry calls CDs, or certificates of deposit. Customers lock up their wealth for a certain time, and in turn they grow their wealth by earning interest. But the old school currencies that we lock up in our banks suffer from inflation, which means that while you are gaining interest over time, your money is also losing some of its value. This is where Hex shines, because Hex is the first high-interest paying cryptocurrency. Hex takes the profit out of banks and government money printing and gives it to Hex holders. Hex is actually designed to increase in value. In fact, the value of a single Hex token has multiplied by more than 80 times within the first handful of months it was launched. which means the Hex holders not only gained interest, but they also multiplied their existing investment exponentially. And it's only just getting started. What makes Hex even more reliable is the fact that Hex is a trustless peer-to-peer system, which means that there is no central power that controls the system. Everything is powered by the users without any counterparty risk. It's pretty, interesting. To get started, head to hex.com. Links below. Farewell.